I'm not certainly not in a position to say they're not trying to make the best matches possible. And I'm not close enough to offer a real educated opinion. What I can do is get some insight and commentary about, doing shows and running a fight show, and that environment as a whole. Um, you know, Things are different now, and talent is different now, and the number of shows is different now, and the corporate structure of the UFC is very different now. Back in the day, our masters were the fans, and we took it very seriously to try to keep them with us. But we also had to serve athletic commissions and politicians and cable executives. So there are always masters to serve. And especially when you're a public company, suddenly the shareholders become the main people that you're looking to keep happy. And how do you keep shareholders happy? Well, you keep the stock price going up. So you could argue that there's a conflict of interest there, but if great shows and great fights equals great business, well, then those goals are aligned. So I think that it can be challenging, but it doesn't need to be. Cost cutting and finances is also a huge part of this, and how they want to handle their books and handle their expenses and all that is up to them. So many factors go into this, and you know the fans, you love them and they're hardcore, and they're the ones that got you where you are, but you can't please everyone, and I know this firsthand. You can't please everyone, and you do your best, and you try to make the best matches and the most entertaining shows and the best fights, because that's what everyone wants. Don't forget, Dana's a fight fan. He doesn't want duds on his card. Um, all you can do is set the table. All you can do is put your team on the field. The execution, the performance, fighting your ass off. Ultimately, that's up to the fighters. So,
Yeah, but I think you see a lot of YouTube people saying, okay, this is how you fix the UFC. They need to do this and this and this. They're not really looking at it from a standpoint of an entity that has to answer to shareholders. They're just looking at it from, this is what I want and this is how it should be, you know?
yeah.
And it's not
Well,
realistic.
right. It's usually not realistic, and fans' opinions and desires are going to vary from fan to fan. What you got to do in this type of situation is have a plan and have a structure and have a progression and have a momentum and feed quality opponents to your champions